Hey guys, it's Dan here, and at the moment it is January, and January means one thing for a lot of people. It means looking for a new job. Now, if you are thinking about getting into the world of digital marketing, I put together some advice for you about the kind of ways you can go about approaching that so you can end up with a job in digital marketing, or you can work like me, freelance in the digital marketing world. First thing that you need to think about is what digital marketing tactics you would like to offer. In the digital marketing world, there are a whole heap of different things you can do. The most common digital marketing tactics out there are going to be things like SEO, PPC, social media, content marketing, email marketing, conversion rate optimization, and if you really want to get involved in the data, there's also a lot of analytics work that needs to go on. With those things, a lot of people will want to focus maybe on 1, 2, or 3 different marketing tactics and have a sort of broader understanding of the others, but what you need to do is go away, have a think about the ones that you think would most interest you, go away, research them, practice them, learn more about them, and see what they're like for you. You might find you absolutely hate social media from a business perspective, you absolutely love doing email marketing, or you might like writing creatively in your spare time, but actually when it comes to copywriting for SEO purposes, it's not your bag. Either way, work out what it is you like to do and try and develop those skills. Next up is that once you've learned about what tactics it is you find most interesting, to go away and learn as much as you can about them. Now that means learning about the technical aspects of how they work, best practices, what you should do in different situations. But that also means learning about what's going on in that specific industry at the moment. One of the big things for me at the moment that I really enjoy is SEO, and there are a whole heap of different changes that are happening that we know about coming up in 2018, and it's always been that way, that over the last few years there's been loads of changes that we as marketers need to keep on top of. So that will set you up for good success in the future if you ever need to have an interview, but it also means that you're at the forefront of the game and understanding about what is going on. Once you started learning about that industry and knowing what is going on in terms of the latest news, also have a look for qualifications, whether they're formal or informal. And for example, if you are looking at the PPC world and want to get a job in PPC, then you are going to be expected to be Google AdWords certified. There are different things out there for different tactics, or you might want to take a look at doing an official certification, something that's Google Squared Online, which is an all-round, all-encompassing digital marketing certification, but it's not for everyone. What you've got to remember though is that anything that you want to learn is already out there online, and all you've got to do is find it. There are tens of thousands of marketers across the world who will blog, and generally shout about the different industries that they are working in. So all the information out there can be learned. It's just all about putting the time and the effort into the areas which you feel like you're going to be most passionate about. Once you've picked your different digital tactics and you've learned about them and feel like you actually know what is going on in that industry, you actually need to put them into practice. From having worked in a digital marketing agency, I know we really value candidates that came through that actually had gone out and made the effort and shown themselves and everyone else that they can put what they've learned into practice. What that kind of means is that if you're really into content marketing, then set up a blog. If you're really into SEO, set up a blog and try and optimize it. If you just really want to build up a portfolio of different case studies you've used on social media, then set up your own channel. And all that does is builds up your practical experience massively about how these different channels work in the business world. It also means that it shows you've got the intuition to do it, and it shows you're passionate about something. As opposed to just sitting there with a CV and going, yes, I really like digital marketing. You've actually gone out there and made the effort to do it, and that counts for so much, both if you're trying to get a job or whether you're just trying to impress clients and trying to bring in more work. So after my first marketing role, which was on a fixed term contract, I really struggled to get a job. It was one of those things that I was going about saying, hey look, I've got this experience, great, but people just weren't interested. So I tried to get a bit creative, and as I said, I tried to put a lot of this into practice. So I went away, I learned about how to build websites at the time, and I set up my first website, which is aptly called Offer Dan a Job. I used then a couple of email marketing tactics and what we would describe as outreach to approach local businesses and approach the local newspapers and news outlets in the area that I was in and say, hey look, I've done this thing. And within the first 2 weeks I'd had 2 job offers already just off the back of that. So it just goes to show about how if you can stand out from the competition, you can do a hell of a lot in terms of generating good business for yourself. But with that though, that means doing the last and final thing that I recommend is trying to build up a network. There's 2 layers to that. Number 1 is to make sure you approach the industry experts. Now they can be digital marketing as a whole, but there's also going to be people out there talking about SEO, talking about PPC, talking about content marketing that you can find and follow and learn from. Building up that network, whether that's literally following them on Twitter or reaching out to them via email, means you can build up an established relationship with the key people in the industry, which accounts for a lot more just generally in the marketing world. Plus, it boosts your experience massively. It means going away and building up a network of people that you can potentially see as your target customers. It doesn't necessarily mean going on Twitter, following everyone under the sun and going, look, I'm available, buy my services, but it does mean building up a network of people who potentially, if you can build relationships with them and follow them and interact with them and just learn about what's going on in their specific industry and how your marketing services might be able to help them, that goes a long way to building relationships for the future. And building relationships for the future is what essentially drives business. People want to do business with people, not faceless corporate brands and not people who they've never heard of. If you're starting out in the world of digital marketing, it's pretty unlikely that you're going to have those networks and relationships already available, so you're going to have to go out there and build them. But I guarantee you that if you can do that, both at the start of heading out into the world of digital marketing and ongoing, once you're more established in the industry, it can pay dividends in terms of generating work and generating a good reputation for yourself so that you can go on and make a decent career in digital marketing. So if you can put all those tactics together of picking your tactics that you like and love, learning all you can about them, and from the back of that, building the relationships with both businesses and experts in the industry, you can go a long way to getting your foot on the ladder in a digital marketing career. So I hope that's helped. If you guys have got any questions whatsoever, feel free to stick them in the comments below. And I also run a monthly digital marketing vlog about what my life is like in the world of freelancing. So if you're interested in that, head to that playlist, give that a follow, give that a subscribe, give that a thumbs up, and I'll be really appreciative. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time.